Hello and welcome to the Lighthouse. This is a new series that I'm thinking of starting here on the channel because it's been a while since I've really posted any readings here on this channel. I've been working mostly on other projects and also videos for the sister channel we have on Rumble, which are the Zero videos. If you aren't familiar with those, you can find them in the playlist here. The newest one is called Acid Rain, and there's also a couple of other uploads from other people that I feature on the channel. Of course, I give them credit. You'll know which ones are mine because it doesn't say it's from somebody else. So that's how you'll find the Zero videos. If you don't know, you better. I would advise you to go check them out. They're very informative in regards to current events. But I thought I would add a little something here to the channel because, again, I haven't been doing anything on here for a while aside from directing people to go to Rumble. Except for the last video, I haven't put up an advertisement on here, which I usually do to let people know that there's a new video there. But I'm telling you now, and I might put one up when I get to it. But this series is called the Lowered Expectations series. When things just did not work out the way that you had hoped, or you wanted, or you thought, whatever. And perhaps because of past experiences where, jaded or not trusting or, feeling some kind of way, feeling, again, rejected or unworthy, whatever stinking thinking that is wrapped around the karma of whatever experience that you may have had, that of course we needing to resolve and get over and move forward with. But again, healing is a process, and sometimes that shit can take years. Sometimes you never fully get over certain things. You just kind of try to live with it. But for many, perhaps, going into hermit mode has served one well in regards to healing from destructive past stuff, so that again we can figure out how the fuck did we get here, sometimes yet again. But it's all about living and learning, and maybe this time, hopefully, again, if we're dealing with any new situations or past situations coming back, because again, people have done the work, they've learned, they've grown, they've changed. You hope, again, know what you're dealing with, because sometimes turds come back up that you thought you flushed a long time ago, and they return. Like, howdy doody. How are you doing? Can we talk? And they give you some spiel, trying to get back and again know what you're dealing with. But some people again evolve and change and grow, and sometimes it's new people that we're needing to be open to and not be so again shut down and being in our whatever because of something somebody else did. And I wasn't sure how I was going to do this because I really can't be doing all 12 signs. I don't have the time for that. And I was thinking of maybe breaking it into the elements, which I might do for the next time around. But for this one, I kind of just divided into masculine, feminine, and whatever side you resonate with. Both people have both within them. Some operate more from one side or the other, and again, it doesn't matter. It matters with whatever side of the coin fits you. And apply it, because again, you could be in your masculine energy more or your feminine energy more, depending again on whatever the situation. And I'm not talking about changing genders from one day to the next. It's not what I'm talking. We're talking about energy, because there's shadow aspects of the masculine energy and the shadow aspects of the feminine energy. And it has to do it again what that energy symbolizes. It does not necessarily. It does not mean person's gender or sex or what have you. Just being clear. So I decided to do it that way, so I can just do masculine and feminine. Now again, these two could have had dealings with each other. These two could have had dealings with other people, and they might be meeting. It might be that these two situations aren't even related. It's just, I kind of just asked for masculine and feminine. So if you feel like maybe it is, or maybe it's somebody new, or again, or somebody old coming back. Not necessarily a turd. Not everybody's a turd, but sometimes turds come back. You have to weed it out. And again, sometimes people who used to be turds have now evolved and are better. As we've kind of touched on in the last one, because I did a lowered expectations that was supposed to be just about life in general, which could include friendships, work relationships, oneself, what have you. But there was definitely some relationship stuff in there. It touched on, someone needing to speak a truth, some dishonesty in the past, whether that was us lying to ourselves or, not being honest with other people or both or whatever. Or again, people lying to us in the past, so we don't want to deal with nobody in the future, And this could fit for both, because again, we've all been down that road. So in here is kind of the central thing, and we got past, present, future, and advice and blocks and what have you. So let us delve into it. As I haven't even started. Oh my Lord, it's 7 minutes. Is anyone still listening? This is what I'm talking about. I can't. We're trying our best. Oh crap! I need this book. I forgot. The overview here is cleaned it up, because again, as we went into the previous reading, if you haven't watched it, it's talking about that we had the world card. So again, cycles endings, new ones beginning. Some people are traveling distances. It could be relocating. It's all about, divine timing, these kind of things. And in the meantime, again, we need to be cleaning up whatever residual stuff that might be from past situations. Might be needing to, invest in oneself a little bit to be prepared for something that might be showing up at the door, because, a lot of people might not be expecting anything. And that's usually when it comes, when you're not expecting. So this is the advice for the next 2 weeks. Again, this is going to be for the next 2 weeks. Clean it up. Essential meanings: getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. Again, it could be mindsets, behavior patterns, people, places, things, whatever it is, clean it up, right? Relieve oneself from burdens. Again, in the last reading, we talked about someone needing to be honest or speak a truth, unburdening oneself. And again, and that could be by speaking something, or just getting rid of shit that just doesn't need to be around. The oracle message: ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home? Also, listen. My house right now, I'm giving too much information. My house right now, I'm in the middle of, I don't know what, I don't know if I'm coming or going. And if anybody who's been on the channel, they know that I was talking about this back in November. I didn't know if I was coming or going, because you feel like you want to get out of Dodge, but Spirit is telling you to stay where you are. That was one of the readings we had where we didn't know if you were in the right place or not, because again, when you thought everything was going to go right, everything went left for many people, myself included. So it had you second guessing, what was the point of all this shit? Why am I here? Why did I get caught? Whatever it was, I know for me, I've been facing a lot of that. And I'm kind of like half packed, half not packed, because I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. I feel like I need to be moving, I need to be going, but I'm also being told to stay and to wait, and I'm just like, and for what? And again, because who knows? Something might be rolling in the wind, and it might be that way for many people who have you know listened to the guidance despite how it may have looked in the environment when it didn't make any sense. That faith that you were called to have, or whatever it is. But again, as they talk about, now I'm going through that process to cleaning out stuff you don't need, stuff you want to donate, stuff that don't whatever fit with the new you, which includes again belief systems, behaviors, whatever it is. Clean it up. Bad habits, what have you. Too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every item out of place, natters away you. Let me tell you, I'm going nuts over here. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. Like I said, something might be rolling in the wind. Relationship message. Time to clear the air. That's what the other card, we had the King of Swords, says somebody needs to speak up. Clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours. To clean up the relationship. Again, own your shit. But don't be, tolerating somebody else's shit. Everybody, it's about accountability. A lot of people struggle with that. They struggle with honesty, even with themselves or with other people. They struggle again with just owning it. But you gotta. The good, the bad, and the ugly, you gotta own that shit, because again, if you don't, it will just gnaw away at you or be left again to replicate itself in the corner. And next thing you know, there's a pile of crap. Every compare, I already read that. Now's the time to free yourself. I already read that. We're already down the next session. My apologies. Everyone brings some baggage. Lord, here we go. Especially the older you get, the people have been through the mill. So you got to have some kind of compassion. Again, because life is a journey. And by the time you reach a certain age or whatever, you probably, like I said, you've been through the mill. But it doesn't matter. This says many a fine tune has been played on an old violin. So don't discredit your potential. It's a perfect time to do inventory of your dynamics. I already read that. Sort through what brought you, wait, hold on. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered as your relationship will flourish. I think that's it because this is the relationship. So we're going to leave the other extra stuff. So we got this one. We stick it in here because we need the space. That's again the overview. So let's start with the masculine side. In the past, we have Eight of Pentacles reversed. And then we have Justice reversed. Somebody wasn't putting in any kind of work or effort and shit fell to the wayside. Things didn't work out too well. At least this is how we're feeling here. Again, a lack of focus or ambition. Again, nobody wanting to put in any kind of effort. This also talks about perfectionism. Attention to detail getting in the way. Nothing is perfect. But it's this need, this has created a barrier, right? Getting in our own way. Self-sabotaging stuff because again, we're not seeing opportunities as they are, or again, we're just not taking it to whatever it was. There was no effort put in this situation, and therefore there was no justice. There was nothing good came out of because there was no effort. Something that's just is going nowhere. In the past, perhaps, we were again lacking ambition, whatever it is in our lives or in our romantic relationships. Not looking to invest. Maybe some people didn't want to be in relationships. Maybe some people thought they wanted to be single, and maybe they were investing more in other stuff, work. We had that come out in the other reading. There's an imbalance where people can be workaholics and they don't invest in their personal life, and so that ends up causing some suffering or an imbalance. Or vice versa. Some people are too much about relationships and they don't invest enough in themselves or in things outside of that to make them a more rounded and complete person. So again, you're not putting all of your whole world revolving around a particular person, which is not healthy. You got to have your own, you know what I'm saying? So perhaps we weren't thinking outside the box. Again, perhaps we were thinking that things had to look a certain way or fit a certain way, and we missed opportunity because we didn't invest, because we have Nine of Cups reversed there. Again, which speaks about, greed. Again, maybe some people were focused more on money, materialism. Again, because that came out in the other thing too. So again, maybe people had a wish. They didn't have a wish fulfilled because they were more focused on money. Therefore, they weren't putting in any effort, and therefore there was no justice. There was no good outcome in the end. Which is why perhaps we might have some situations where people are either trying to rectify that by putting themselves out there again to meet somebody new, or trying to fix something with someone from the past that they didn't invest in, and that they missed out on what could have been a wish fulfillment. But they didn't realize it at the time, or they didn't take it too seriously, or whatever the situation. They focused instead on career or money or work or whatever. lack of success and progress, honing in on minute details that aren't important. Again, we can be to the overall workings of your life. Look at the bigger picture and ask if this is the right direction at this time. Are you working on the right things? Are you missing something important? Reprioritize and change direction. So again, they might have missed out on something important, on a wish fulfillment, on something that would have brought them karmic justice, especially if we're dealing with soulmates or any kind of past life connections where our twin flames or whatever labels you want to put on shit. But again, be careful with that shit. Know what you're dealing with. People can be so wrapped up in the woo-woo of the labels that they stay in toxic situations. A lot of people are labeling karmic situations that are meant to teach you lessons that are toxic in nature, and trying to cling on to those things because of titles. So I try to really stay away from that stuff. It all depends on how is that person treating you, how are they showing up, how are you showing up, most importantly, because that's going to dictate, again, what you tolerate, what you suffer through, or what you have joy and abundance in. It depends on, again, the choices that you make and what you put up with, what you give, what you receive, all that. So I try to stay away from those labels, but we have a lot of twin flame talk as of late. Maybe people didn't realize someone was their twin flame or their soulmate. And again, you got a lot of people that have gone through lessons, and it could be years, could be however long. I don't know people's situations. This is general. But, some of these opportunities are coming back around. Next year is supposed to be like in the early beginnings, it's supposed to be like some important thing. I know some about astrology stuff, but there's more that I need to learn in regards to that. So if you want to know about planetary things and all of that, check out astrologers in regards to, next year in these kinds of relationships and the importance of them coming together and all of that. So again, an opportunity was missed in the past, and there was no justice. There was an injustice. Perhaps an injustice done to someone else because there was no effort made. We shall see how this goes. Again, unfairness, lack of accountability, and dishonesty. Ooh, that's the other thing that come out. People lies for days, lies like they breathe. Again, people not being totally on the up and up, people hiding shit, people not being accountable for their actions or promises that they made or didn't show up or didn't own their shit, own their, as the thing said, what's yours and what's the other person's. Did you own up to your side of things? Did you, again, obviously not. Dishonesty to self and others is, again, when we could self-sabotage, where we're too busy picking on something, or we don't think something's going to work, so we don't bother to put any effort, and we focus again on something else, and so we miss an opportunity, or we weren't totally honest with ourselves. If we were feeling some kind of way, maybe we didn't, act on something, or we weren't honest with the other. I don't know. Again, everybody's got their stuff. An unwillingness to understand the deeper meaning of why an event has occurred. Missing an opportunity for great understanding of yourself in life. Not holding oneself accountable or trying to dodge the bullet and blame others for your mistakes. A need to take responsibility. You're here through your own choices. Whatever it takes to get out of this situation is fair according to karma, justice. So again, we reap what we sow. We lie in the beds we made. And if we lie in a bed of lies, well, eventually, the truth shall set you free, as they say. And again, in just owning our own stuff. It's not to beat ourselves up. You know, everybody messes up. Trust me, I know. So we need to release judgments of ourselves and other things or other people. You know, we can't change the past. We can only try to do better in the present for whatever future we want to create, right? Need to release judgments of selves and others, might need to be more flexible. And again, be not so confined to one's beliefs, stinking thinking, negative self-talk, or mistrust because of past situations. This has come up as well. Trust me, I know. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Trust is a very difficult thing to do when you've been lied to, manipulated, abused, abandoned, probably more than once. It's really hard to get out that gate again. But yet Spirit keeps trying to encourage us to do so. An unfair outcome. Failing to see a truth. For some people, it was a divorce or a separation of some kind. Obviously, if you ain't putting any effort, there's no... You know what I'm saying? And in the past, for the feminine, we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed again. No kind of action. No kind of effort. No, as I said, these two might have been dealing with each other. Because this one wasn't putting any effort, and this one wasn't receiving anything either. It's already slow, and this, could have been dealing with an earth sign. Right? We got water here. Well, I don't like to get into signs because it really doesn't matter. Like me, I've got everything in my chart. I'm a stone. What we got here, Knight of Pentacles reversed in the moon. So again, lies, secrets, no efforts coming in. That's why I said these two might have been dealing with each other. Here we go. Let's see what's going on. Or just in general, after some other situation, you might have been just, not doing nothing because you were afraid of lies, deceptions, or feeling depressed because of some past situation that didn't go anywhere. So you weren't trying to put any effort into anything either because, again, people get jaded. People get, just don't trust nobody. Listen. Laziness, boredom, feeling stuck. Right? Resistant to change, stagnation, feeling stuck in a routine or a pattern of behavior, mundane, boring, craving change and spontaneity, but maybe we ain't doing nothing to get out of it. Like, again, it's like you become addicted to the lowest, or the stinking thinking, or the just being trapped in that time and space of pain and rejection and loss and just feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Free yourself from repetition and boredom and restlessness, routines. Loss of a romantic side, now only focused on the day-to-day activities. Like I said, things may be as dry as the desert. Phones dry, no kind of intimacy. And again, getting into this rut of where you're not even feeling interested because you lose that passion, right? When you see people that are like looking for relationships is a whole other energy, right? Because they're, they're probably, putting in more effort into their looks, so they're taking care of themselves there because they're looking to attract somebody. So again, that fire is there. But when that fire is, and you might as well just get a bunch of cats and call it a day. This is where many people have found themselves, right? So again, being in the lowest, being unsure about things, feeling depressed. Again, things ain't moving, we ain't moving, nothing's moving, right? Feeling like perhaps our intuition was led us astray. We were abandoned in our faith in what we thought was a call. Again, listen, I know all about it, right? Dealing again with our own shadow self, because again, perhaps we've been dealing with some doozies. Doesn't necessarily have to be this person, could have been other people too. I don't know how long or people's particular situations, right? Being, in fear and anxiety again because of past things, or maybe being afraid that an offer is never going to come. Who knows? Right? I've been waiting 50 years and nothing's ever showed up. Um, Secret motives, illusion, deception, something not as it appears. Again, we don't know people's situations, people being secretive, people hiding shit, right? So it left things kind of, you know, needing to guard against illusions, needing to let go of negative self-talk again, because no efforts are going to be made if we're shit talking in our heads, putting ourselves down, thinking nothing's whatever, because of whatever, you know. So that is for past for the feminine. The present for the masculine is Two of Wands reversed again, not making any moves, afraid to step out of one's comfort zone, afraid to move in a new direction. Again, still on the same tip over here. Though an opportunity for something or a thought about something, but there's no movement yet. And then we have here again, Four of Wands. Did I show it? I don't remember. Happy home life. Of course, Four of Wands usually represents, marriage, family, celebrations, reunions. It's the 1111 card again. It's usually, we're talking soulmate energy, twin flame, whatever. Like I said, but I try not to get into labels, but it is what it is. But there's a thought, again, perhaps about a missed opportunity in the past that could have been a wish fulfillment. But because there was no effort made, there was no understanding of what the opportunity was at the time. So again, we focused on other things, we missed out. Perhaps now we're looking, because I'm referring this because of, again, the reading that I just did. So obviously there's somebody that's needing to speak up or say something or be honest about something, so that there is some kind of justice that can be brought to the situation. And there is an encouragement to do so, right? Whether, and again, and this is relationship, so I have to stick to relationship. I was going to say, even in regards to other things, but obviously this is about a missed opportunity of the past that's being contemplated again in the present. And it's kind of, we're needing to get out of our fears and our past experiences that have caused these fears, or for us to show up in a way where we self-sabotaged a situation. And even for some people who might have been in situations that they were self-sabotaging in because they had to do some childhood wounding stuff to figure out again why they keep finding themselves in these same situations. But hopefully people have, now come to these understandings, and we're able to, it's the fear thing that's the big thing to overcome. The ability to trust again when you've been really hurt. And it could be more than once. It could be just a lifetime of just shit. And you're feeling like, well, bring on the cats because I'm over it at this point. Depends on your situation. But again, that leaves an imbalance again, because people aren't meant to be isolated and alone and old before their time. And a lot of people are that way. I enjoy being alone, but again, there's a point where the universe says, okay, that's enough of that. You need some joy. Um, what is this? Who are we? Two of Wands. Fear of the unknown, like I said. Lack of planning, or needing to make a plan. Needing to figure out, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Because obviously this is what is desired. This is what is being thought of. Marriage, family, reunion, buying a home together, moving in together, celebrating, whatever it was that was missed out on the past. Right? This is also roadblocks. Again, and we don't know if it's self-imposed or if it's outside things. But, there's a possibility for something different than what has been. But a plan needs to be made, an effort needs to be made, a truth needs to be spoken or realized, or whatever it is. Um, it's also telling the masculine that his world currently, him, whatever's the masculine energy, that their world is too small. Again, people in hermit mode for too much for too long. I guess I'm currently I'm a hermit if there ever was a hermit. Um, and again, I already talked about Four of Wands, time of fulfillment and satisfaction, and attainment of a goal, celebrations, homecomings, happy homes, stability, firm foundations, harmony, peace, balance, and completion of a result of an often difficult and challenging effort. Now, this can go along with, especially with twin flame relationships, this shit is not easy. Sometimes it could take years because, again, people got to go through their own stuff first before they can come together. And, you know, that's if you're incarnated at the same time with your twin and during this time and what's happening in the world. There are quite a few twin flames that are incarnated at the same time, and they're meant to do something to help humanity so they can ascend together. This is the tale. Um, so again, there is an opportunity for that marriage, engagement. So completing again a significant phase, a home settling down, a peace offering, moving from one stage or another, moving past mistakes and challenges to a place of peace, acceptance, and happiness. And we have acceptance here. So again, accepting our mistakes of the past, clearing the air, saying whatever you got to say, um, And again, even not kicking ourselves in the butt. Shoulda, woulda, couldas. You know, fear of rejection, because maybe people fucked up in such a way that they're just like, there ain't no way this person's gonna ever give me the time of day. Feeling insecure. Look at this little devil dude over here. He's just like, dude's got his heart blocked. He's afraid to open up. He's afraid to speak. Afraid of being rejected. Afraid of not being accepted. There needs to be some justice here. We got balance. Following one's intuition in order to achieve some kind of balance and harmony and karmic justice in your situation. Yeah, this is for both of you. Um, so the present moment for the feminine, we got Hierophant reversed, and then we've got Eight of Wands reversed. So again, there's no hope here. So this person is thinking about the past. They have regrets about the past. They didn't put any effort, or they put their focus on something else. They missed the opportunity. This person again was, and they maybe hiding shit. This person was, dealing with again stagnation, no forward movement, no investment, things being hidden, lies, whatever. Well, this is again the people just being sad over past things. Again, these two people could not know each other. These two people could have something. Again, I don't know. I don't know. If the shoe fits, as they say. But there's no hope over here. They don't think anything was coming together. They don't think there's going to be any kind of, because there's no communication, because there's delays. But as we had in the card, but it's all about divine timing. Right? That's why they were telling the feminine in the last reading, or who did I have? I think I had a general. I don't remember. Who am I? No, sir. I'm just kidding. But back to what else? Oh no, that's you. I need this one. Restrictions. Feeling restricted, you know. Challenging the status quo. This is also somebody who's not afraid to do things that are out of the norm, out of what people would consider to be, acceptable. Conformity, again, groups, religion, traditional beliefs, leading you to a spiritual goal. It's a gateway. So right now there is a gateway. There is an opportunity, as we just passed through the Lion's Gate portal. There is an opportunity again for new things to begin, right? But we're still feeling restricted because there's no communication, there's no action, so there's uncertainty here in regards to, well, what's going on. Again, this could be communication. This can also be, moving through the air, plane. Again, this could be family kind of shit, tradition, right? Your soul group, your delays in moving or being around them. Maybe people again are trying to figure out other things because they don't see something going on here. They kind of just they don't. There's just stuckness, feeling restricted, right? Um, this is also not willing to um, not wanting to feel stuck anymore, right? But again, this kind of unable to travel, move, relocate, or again, because we're just whatever. Again, delays, frustrations, holding off on making any kind of commitments because again, we're unsure. Facing multiple obstacles despite one's enthusiasm. Again, you could be feeling like I'm putting in all these efforts or I'm trying and I'm not seeing nothing. So again, we're getting frustrated. We don't know what the hell is going on, right? And it's telling you to, just relax. Divine timing stuff. Hold off on any decisions, until you see what's coming. And it can help you to figure out what's the next move. And the next move for the masculine, well, we got the star reversed. Mind you, this is just for 2 weeks. We got the star reversed. And then we got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So obviously, Nine of Pentacles reversed under this. Somebody doesn't want to be single anymore. This is the single person card, right? They don't want to be single anymore. They want this, but they're unsure again if perhaps they might be rejected because of what have you, or if things will work out. So again, we're hesitant, but there's thought. Again, star reversed is a lack of faith, despair, discouragement. Again, fear. Fear will jack you up. Spiritual mission is distorted. So again, a spiritual mission, twin flame. Again, I've been seeing this a lot lately. A lot of people are fucking their shit up because of what they've been through in life. That they're missing out on twin flame connection for some people, or a soulmate connection, a life partnership, something that could be destined, fated, but we're getting in the way of our own happiness. As the Spirit's telling both people, no need to worry. Within the next few months, things will resolve. Despair, discouragement, dwelling on negative issues, conceited defeat, already feeling like you're failing or you're not wanting to bother to try, because it's easier to not try than to deal with accountability, honesty, overcoming our fears of whatever the other person might say or do or whatever. You don't know unless you try. You don't know unless you ask. What does it say? Closed mouths don't get fed. You know what I'm saying. Needing to work past this feeling and conceding defeat before you even try, or giving up. We're needing to, again, get out of the stinking thinking, right? Uninspired, not feeling connected, and needing to move on. So again, maybe wherever the masculine currently is, because we got the world here, and I spoke about something about distance, didn't I? With something, or in the last one? I don't even freaking know over here. But again, oh yeah, because we had the world card, which was in the last one. So there might be a physical distance. People might need to move and relocate. So again, there's a lot that goes into that. So that's why they're thinking about buying a new home, maybe, having a home with this person, but they're unsure again, even though they don't want to be single, even though they know they fucked up, even though they want another chance, or maybe, just in the past they were whatever, and now they're looking, and doesn't necessarily, again, have to be people that are whatever. Could be someone who's just been single for a long time, and now they're thinking they want family, but they're still unsure if, you know, they're the kind of cut out for it, whatever people's stuff is, right? Um, but obviously, and this says here, this too, this is a test of faith. And Lord knows, I know what that is like. Um, when you're asked to have faith when you don't have any, when you're asked to trust when you don't trust anybody anymore, when you're asked to, you know, be the fool when you've been played for a fool so much that you're afraid to take risks and you're afraid to open up. Listen, said, I don't speak what I don't know. A trying time that brings awakening and transformation. So whatever the situation is, because we got the star and the justice here. So if we can get out of our own negative views, thoughts, fears, whatever it is, we can bring justice and happiness to a situation. We can have a wish fulfilled. We can have a home, perhaps with a soulmate or a twin flame or whatever, maybe meant to do some kind of mission work together, spirit or whatever it is, right? And we get back on our path, because I don't know what the masculine's been doing, but maybe they've been, you know, not on their path. They've been just kind of in hermit mode, much like the feminine. Then we have here, again, this being reversed. I guess we spoke about this being, you're not wanting to be single, but also we can be over investing again in work, distracting ourselves with things that, again, are not necessarily fulfilling in regards to the heart space. It might do well for the mind and for the wallet, but for the heart space, the home, as Luther saying, a house is not a home, right? Unless there's someone there to hold you tight. You know the song. If you don't, go listen. Financial setbacks due to unwise decisions or actions, and a need to learn from your mistakes and build a more solid, secure foundation. So perhaps, again, people are needing to, again, take care of some stuff to get back on track. A need to restore your energies and rejuvenate, especially if you've been overworking and feeling burnt out. It really makes you feel like you don't have the energy for anything else. So again, everything kind of has to be balanced out, right? And there's also a resistance or a disbelief in yourself and what you can achieve, which is why they're saying, stop being insecure. You know, stop being afraid you'll be rejected or won't be accepted. You know, don't worry. Get out of your own way so that you can be, you know, in a happier place or space, right? You got workaholic over here and a need to follow your instincts or your intuition or your guidance. And maybe the last time you didn't, and shit went left, you know? And for some people, even if you followed your guidance, shit still went left. Maybe because, again, there were other contracts or other lessons that needed to be learned. Same on this side. Before the aha moments can come and things can be resolved. Whether that's, again, with new people or this is together. You need to evaluate and to create balance in your work and personal life. All right? So that is the masculine. And then for the feminine, we got the Hangman reversed, and we got the Ace of Wands reversed. Again, seeing things from a different perspective, perhaps, or a need to. Um, but the Ace of Wands reversed is either we're needing to see things from a different perspective and revive that mojo, bring some passion back into ones again, because the people been alone a long time and haven't had any relationships or anything like that. The passion usually you lose, and especially if you've been through something that left you like destroyed. It's you know, maybe they're saying it's time we got to dust ourselves off and try to be inspired and find that spark of passion, because you ain't dead yet, right? And as I said, many a fine tune has been played on an old violin, so maybe some people are needing to not feel so uninspired. Hangman reversed again, martyrdom or indecision or delays. A need to see things from a different perspective. Again, temporary suspension for a need to reflect on what needs to change. Sometimes, again, especially with these kind of situations, if we're talking about life partnerships, or you know, life partnerships, soulmates, or twin flames, or whatever, you gotta be, because they're even talking about how people have baggage and all that. Yes, people have baggage, and you know, especially if you've again have a few miles on you as far as age, or you just been through a lot. You know, nobody's gonna be perfect, and we got to be easy on ourselves, and have, you know, easy, have compassion for other people too. Again, everybody's, you know, living and learning. um, so and not again look at uh, using this time again to prepare, right? Prepare oneself for, both people do, clean it up as the thing goes, so that when you come together it's not all messy. um, but there's a loss of faith here, right? Needing to restore our loss of faith, because again, there's no action taken, there's too many things unknown, there's a feeling of stuck or unable to move, or no communication, or no kind of commitments being offered, or no kind of, it's just kind of, we're just, you know, um, or we're stalling the inevitable for some. Um, you know, not making decisions that we need to make in order to allow for new things to come in, to get ourselves unstuck, right? To plant some seeds, to move forward, to invest in things. Um, yeah, no movement, no resolution. Maybe it's because this person over here is still, you know, if this is people dealing with each other, forget about it. Both of these things, though, they're all in reverse. People are still in a state of confusion. Um, there's the willing victim. Yes. Uh, Self-sacrifice, right? Self-sacrifice. Again, some people I know I sure as hell have. I lost a lot. I sacrificed a lot only to get shit in return. And let me tell you what that does to your self-esteem, and your beliefs and your faiths and callings and intuitions, and you know what you thought, because again, everything went left when you thought it was going to go right. And you went through the ringer. But you're still here. But still, your view on shit sure changes, let me tell you. Um, but, we're needing to find some peace and resolution so that we can, again, be open to new things, right? Not be so hopeless, even though shit looks hopeless. I said, especially if this is the person you're dealing with over there, because this person is just, even though they're thinking, they ain't saying nothing. So how do you know, right? That's what they said. In the meantime, stop looking down the driveway waiting to see, because you may be waiting forever. You might have already been waiting forever. So that's why you got to just keep it moving, and people will catch up, or whoever's meant to come on the road or for the ride will join you. But we can't allow ourselves to be, you know, Ace of Wands reversed again, delays, lack of motivation, feeling weighed down, difficulty defining what you want, lack of direction, again, don't know if you're coming or going. Uh, what needs to be released? Impatience, again, frustration, feeling stuck. You know, yes, I know how that is because I got my guides telling me wait now for years. And I'm like, wait for what? What am I waiting for? That's why I got half my stuff packed and half because I'm like, but I'm still told to wait for some reason. Again, the timing is everything, right? The divine timing thing. Now, what needs to be realized here for, let's do the masculine. What needs to be realized here for the masculine is workaholic and instinct. 2 cards came out. And what needs to be changed is impatience and completion. Right? Impatience could be about wasting too much time, fiddling over, this detail and that detail and whatever, which is what probably was happening here and which caused no action to be taken, and thus we missed out. So maybe something again needs to be released and let go of so that we can get out of this thinking and get into some action before we miss opportunities again, before we waste an opportunity or time again. We need to let something go, let something complete. When we had the world card there, we need to let this cycle end. If this is 2 people that have been dealing with each other and this shit has been dragged out for however long, somebody need to get off the pot. This is what the universe is saying. The opportunity is here. The window is here. What you gonna do? You're gonna let fear or past things or not wanting to be honest or hold yourself accountable or thinking you too old or whatever your bags are. They're telling you everybody needs to clean it up because the bag lady, the Erykah Badu song, bag lady, is you just gonna hurt your back carrying all them bags like that. Like I said, and it's only gonna do you a disservice if you continue to self-sabotage or miss opportunities that the universe presents to you because again you're not seeing it for what it is. They're saying, don't mess it up this time. Follow your instincts. Follow what your intuition is telling you. Put in the effort. Because here there was no effort in the past. Or maybe again we're a workaholic and we need to find some balance in our home work situation. Right? And for some we had that thing talking about coming full circle, right? With the world card. Let the cycle complete and let the stagnation go. You know what I'm saying? And for the feminine here, what needs to be accepted, because there's no such thing as perfect. You know, releasing the need for it to be to we gotta look a certain way. We can look. You know, sometimes an old shoe is just it's comfortable. New ones are all tight and you can't walk in it. So again, there is grace with aging. There is grace with having compassion for ourselves and others and for the journey that we've been on and what we've been through, and not again being all in the shoulda, woulda, couldas, beating ourselves up, whatever it is. There's no, this is root chakra. This is about our beliefs, our grounding in ourselves, and again, understanding that nobody's perfect, nothing's perfect. All you can do is your best at the time and try to do better. And then we got confusion over here again because people are just confused. They don't know what the hell to do. They're still kind of in that limbo, but that's what they're telling you. Don't stress. Don't worry. If this is the same, if this is who you're dealing with, eventually, hopefully, this person will get their act together here, and something can be resolved. If not, keep it moving. Impasse, again, a block, delays, not feeling like we can move, not sure if we can move, don't know which way to go, feeling confused, like, you know what I'm saying? Try to be in the present moment, be happy, find some joy, think positive, focus on you. And we've already kind of did these, and I already mentioned there not to worry within the next few months. And the advice for both people here is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And worth waiting for. Divine, there it is again. There's certain words that can just aggravate you, right? Divine timing is one of them. Even though, again, you'd rather something be, you don't want to take something out the oven before it's ready, right? Before it's cooked. So sometimes it's the anticipation of watching it, smelling the fumes, knowing that eventually it's coming out and you get to have a piece, and it's perfect. So perhaps again something is baking and it's just about ready to come out the oven. But again, you leave that shit in there too long, it's going to get burnt and it ain't going to be edible. So be aware that divine timing is at work, but you also have to seize the opportunity when the timing presents itself. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Snooze, you lose. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So again, not being in fear, not feeling insecure, accepting again. You might have a few wrinkles, you might have a few grays, you might have a few pounds, you might, we all got our stuff. Nobody's perfect. We gotta let go of this need to be perfect, because, like I said, at the end of the day, as long as you are a good person, that's what matters. That's what matters. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Again, a lot of people dealing with childhood wounding. Ah, the joy. This is why we enter into dysfunctional things. This is why we self-sabotage things. This is why we show up in ways that are not reflective of our highest and best, because we're in our shadow aspect. And this is about healing that, recognizing what causes us to deal with these things, show up in this way, whatever it is, so that we can transcend it and we can have the happy home that we want, We can, have the justice in the situation. We can have the joy. We can have the movement. We can have more than we do. The wish fulfillments, right? I didn't go over these. I forgot here. In the past, this is what the masculine was thinking. Keep hope alive, except in this situation. So again, there was doubts. There was doubts about, could this work, right? Put your focus elsewhere. So that's what the masculine did. He put his focus elsewhere. He didn't invest in this. He invested in perhaps work or whatever it is here, right? But he had to live and learn from that perhaps he should have made a different choice. And then in the present, this card says girl, but it could be boy, whoever, right? Your spirit guide is doing a face palm and shaking their head in disbelief. This situation is making them tired. They don't even know what to say to you anymore. This is about, again, if we're too much thinking, and not taking any action, Spirit's like, what the hell are you doing? How many times are you going to think about this? How many times are you going to go over details? How many times are you going to waste opportunities we keep giving you? We don't even know what to do with you anymore. You're just, see it, believe it, achieve it. This was in regards to the Four of Wands. If this is what you want, then you need to believe that it's possible and not be in fear. And whether it's with someone from the past that you want to make something right with, or this is some completely new person who you want to have a better opportunity with by not bringing in the bags of yesteryear, right? You gotta invest in that. You gotta believe in that. You have to embody that, and you have to put in the effort. Thinking ain't gonna do nothing. Make a plan, right? Whatever you focus on increases. So if you focus on the negative, that will be your reality. Again, already thinking the worst. Already thinking, trust me, I know. I do it myself. Listen, I don't say shit that I don't need to hear myself. So again, release the perfection. Um, if you want better, be better. As within, so without. With positive intentions, thoughts, effort, and consistency, anything is possible. You can do it. That was for the masculine. For the feminine here, in the past, she had to learn that you can give someone the world and still not have a place in it. Let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you. Don't I know it? Never chase someone. Make yourself small to build another up. Jump through hoops to prove you're worthy of love. Endlessly give and get scraps in return. Be a doormat. Allow yourself to be taken for granted, taken advantage of. Settle for less than you deserve, etc. It's about valuing yourself. Enough to know that you're worthy of love, appreciation, reciprocity, and equal give and take in relationships. There are a lot of people who prey upon those who lack boundaries, self-esteem, self-love, self-respect. And after you've depleted yourself, they'll leave you high and dry to take advantage of another who'll do the same for them. There must be balance. Know your worth. This was a big lesson for the feminine. This was a big lesson for me. A big lesson for me because I've dealt with narcissists since I was a child. So again, if that's all you know, that's how you show up, right? The people pleaser, the one that overgives, the doormat, and you get taken advantage of that shit. You have to learn to love yourself more than you love anybody else, because if you don't love yourself, then you will find people that are reflecting that back at you, because they won't love you either. And that was a big lesson for the feminine. And for a lot of the masculines, it was them not wanting to, they were taking and they weren't giving. So again, this is where a lot of this dynamic comes into play here. in the toxic element. Now, there are some masculines who've also been on that situation, but that would be them operating again from the toxic side of the feminine energy. So again, this isn't about male, female. It's about the energy. And if you are over giving, that is a toxic trait of a feminine energy. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Perhaps in the past, the masculine was overgiving, so he could have turned around, or whoever, turned around and didn't give because, again, of wounding, afraid of being whatever. This is how, you know what I'm saying? Then we have here, there may be some underlying psychological issues to be aware of. Again, dealing with narcissistic types, dealing with one's own codependency to, again, pacify the monster, to put up with bullshit, because bullshit is better than nothing, right? The fear of abandonments, the fear of whatever the stuff was, you know? This could be in the forms of chronic depression, again, as we had here, the moon, feeling depressed because, again, offers weren't accepted. No good experiences, basically. And so again, for many people, they've been in this for a while, where they've shut off and shut down and not wanting to deal with anybody because of past stuff. Same thing with this side. This could be in the forms, again, of chronic depression, anxiety, etc., or some kind of childhood wounding that now has an effect on the adult in different areas of their life. A personality disorder may also be playing a role, and that's if you get the narcissist card, or if you were just dealing with a narcissist, right? So that was a hint in regards to what dynamic you might have been in, what your role in that was, so that, again, you can weed that shit out quick. You know what to look for, especially if once you've been through that and you've studied narcissism, you've studied cluster B personality types, you know what to look for, you know the red flags. Don't ignore that shit again. And if you're still feeling some kind of way because of past stuff, then again, we're needing to clean that up or heal that so that we don't miss out on opportunities for something good too, because we're already pinning people as, arseholes. Some people think they're hot shit on a silver platter, but really they're just a cold turd on a paper plate. It's time for someone to have an ego check, either you or the person you're dealing with. Ooh. Who's a turd on a plate? Ego plays a big part in everything. Whether it's our own stinking thinking, our own fears, other people, or even our thoughts or perceptions of other people, putting people on pedestals that didn't belong there, right? Overcompensating, overgiving, making a fool of oneself for people who, you know what I'm saying? So, wherever that fits. What else? Is there anything else? Did I do it all? Oh, no. The advice for the masculine, because I already did both. The advice for the masculine is flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So this is get out of your fears and make some moves. Whisper some woo-woo talk. Oh, here we go. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So again, whatever happened here in the past, whatever moves weren't made because people didn't realize something was something, and maybe it's more than you think it was. Again, twin flame, soulmate, whatever. It's worth putting yourself out there, putting in the effort, because again, we got past life relationship. You have known each other before, so this could be a person just from the past in this life. This could be actual past life connections. Again, soulmates, twin flames, and especially with twin flames, it's like this is it. This is your chance to get the hell out of here and never incarnate in this freaking place again. Take it. But this deals with, again, someone from the past, obviously. And they're telling you to let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And again, control issues can be in the way of overthinking and not taking any action. Or again, just being in fear. Worrying about. Again, you don't know unless you do. You don't know unless you do. You got to get this little devil dude out of there. Right? So that's for the masculine. For the feminine, the advice is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So again, this could be addicted to our own hermit modes, addicted to our own stinking thinking, not believing, thinking it's all going to be like the rest. You could also be drowning your sorrows in cookies and what have you. Fear, the usual suspects. Clean it up. Everybody's got to clean it up over here. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Again, try to find some time for yourself to nurture yourself. Get ready to light that spark of passion. Because very soon, something might be rolling in. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you. And it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Again, because a lot of people are afraid to trust people. Trust me, I know. Afraid to open up. Or feeling old. Or feeling like, oh, whatever the little devil on your shoulder is saying. You need to not listen. That's what Spirit says. And then we got these last ones here. And then that's it. Oh my God, this is long too. I gotta figure this out. Hopefully we got people still, because you're missing out. If not, on some vital information. For the masculine, we got, this is the advice, reaching for the sunset. Let's see here, number 12. Dusky amber eventide, nightfall creeping, ever near. Through my lake, crepuscular light lets me know the sunset's here. Oh, how I embrace the glowing, hold on, gloaming, what the hell word is that? How I embrace the gloaming, knowing that the end is nigh. Yeah, friggin' apocalypto over here. May there come a brighter morning, I shall greet it by and by. A mermaid, surrounded by colorful tropical fish, reaches through the water towards the bright rays of the sun emitted from the evening sunset. While the sunset takes place in all of its glory well above the mermaid's undersea realm, she is determined to pull it all the nearer. Divination message, the journey's end. You are approaching the last legs of a long, tiring journey. Oof, one that can't end soon enough to suit you. Okay, that's what I'm saying, because this shit is tired. The soul is weary. You are definitely ready for some closure. This is what we talked about with the World card. This is a cycle that has been going on way too long. And Spirit says, look, this is another chance here. Don't screw it up. Get out of your own way. And be in joy. Go have your 4 wants. Stop keeping yourself in the crap. Fear not. Although this difficult situation has drawn on for so long, there really is an end in sight. Once the dust is cleared, take some time to reflect on what you have been through and make peace with your struggles before starting something else. That's what I'm telling everybody, can't be hard on yourself. There's no such thing as perfection. There's shoulda, woulda, couldas, you can't change the past. But the universe is also saying, don't screw up opportunities for the present because there's too much in the past or fear of things that we don't even know about or unknown or what have you. Um, Remember, when one door closes, another opens, and you are definitely poised for a promising new beginning. Reach for that sunset and embrace the forthcoming dawn of the new day. Right? Here's the antithesis. Let it go. You've been clinging too hard to someone or something, but once you once had is gone. And again, and this could be ways of thinking, ways of being, again, that needs to change, right? If we're too out of whack, we're over investing in one area and there's nothing going on in another area, and it's leaving one unfulfilled. We're needing to let go of that. All that it is left is a shadow that cannot and should not last. Again, cycles that need to end so that new ones can start. Maybe ones that should have started a long time. Who the hell knows? Like I said, something like this thing supposedly has been dragging on forever. So let go of whatever is keeping you stuck. Let it go gracefully. This loss is inevitable, and until you accept it, you cannot move on to life's next great adventure. So again, get out of your own way, masculine. And the next one is number 7, Halcyon. I'm flying, I'm free, I'm out of the sea, enchanted with wings, what delivery this brings. Where once I felt sameness, displeasure, frustration, I'm now independent. What a grand transformation. An iridescent mermaid surrounds herself with a veritable rainbow of fluttering butterflies, dreaming that she too will one day gain the gift of flight. Divination message: a transformation will bring freedom. You are on the brink of a metamorphosis. Your life has become stagnant, but you have the tools to make positive changes, and now is the time to use them. You might face challenges along the way in the form of other people who are reluctant to accept your decisions, or as physical barriers that stand in your path. But be persistent. Visualize who you wish to become and do not give up until you reach your goals. That's what they're talking about, to see it, believe it, achieve it, right? If you want to become someone that's in a home with somebody, you gotta, you know. Um, Antithesis: don't compromise yourself. You will soon feel pressure to make. This is in case that doesn't resonate. Perhaps this will. This depends. But again, don't let this message be the reason. See, well, that's why I know I have to, because, again, putting that buggy before the horse and being in fear, already self-sabotage and thinking the worst. You know. Uh, Stay true to who you are, even if doing so seems unpopular. So again, for some people, making moves, so they gotta think about moving out of country, moving or whatever. For some people, that may not make people happy. You got too many other people having a voice in your business or your whatever, and you let those people's opinions then talk you out of doing something that instinctively you already felt that you should be, but you let, again, your own whatever and their opinions help to co-sign on your whatever, and so then you missed out. So it says, don't you have to do what's going to make you happy, not what's going to please other people. if this is your other situation, right? Your attitudes and even your values, your behavior. People might be like, well, whatever. That's the masculine. Good luck, masculine. And then we have, for the feminine, mermaid with the golden dragon. And also water elements. So let's see. Number 3. A golden beast did I espy while swimming aimlessly, idling by. What a treasure, what a prize to capture with my eager eyes. A pet to cherish, precious and bright, shining with such honeyed light. Good luck, great fortune to adore, I'll guard my gold forevermore. A sweet young mermaid looks over her new-found treasure, a tiny baby dragon. His golden scales emit a radiance of wealth and prosperity as he nestles among the water lilies in the lake. Divination message: look forward to prosperity. Good news! Your hard work and careful planning are soon to pay off. While it is exciting to contemplate your new success, it is important to keep your head. Remember that with wealth comes responsibility, and if you are not careful with your money, it may soon be gone. Do not give in to the temptation to spend quickly and avoid falling victim to bad investments. Instead, remember your long-term goals and choose a path that is consistent with what you wish to accomplish in life. Just the same, it is okay to splurge a little. You deserve it. You know, for some people, again, people could be drowning their sorrows in cookies. People can be drowning their sorrows in shopping to try to, again, distract from our own whatever. They're saying, don't do that. It's good to have balance. It's good to treat yourself sometimes, but, And also, maybe something that you've been working on, whether that be a project or a relationship that you've been waiting forever for, right? It's going to change your life in some way, perhaps in a bigger way than you think. And with that, you have to not lose your head. You have to have your wits about you. You have to be wise because, there'll be a greater responsibility within it for you to show up in a certain way, and again, and how you invest in that and in what it will bring you. And that you should be happy that, whether you've been doing the shadow work, putting in the effort, and feeling like nothing's ever going to work out, and then whatever. Know that your efforts have been noticed, and, there might have been karma or divine timing at work, but at the moment that you feel all hope is lost, here comes your gift from the universe for all of your dedication and effort and consistency and all of that. Antithesis: beware of bad investments. A new business proposal or investment opportunity is looming on your horizon, but take care to weigh out your options carefully before making any rash decisions. Sometimes what sounds too good to be true truly is, and a poor choice now can have devastating results down the road. But again, you got to be aware of these things, because then again, that'll plant that seed of, if you've already on that fear thing, hearing that's going to make you see. But again, it's just about being wise. Take things slow. The other card and the other reading talked about, when people show you who they are, believe it. And sometimes, we rush to pass a judgment on someone, or we get somebody's number, one of the two. But what it's saying is, also don't let past experience, or even a past experience with someone who might be coming back from the past, who has learned, who has changed. Again, let people prove themselves over time if you want to deal with past situations or new situations. Take things slow. So that way you can see if this is something you want to be investing in. That's the advice. Because especially people that have dealt with narcissists move very fast because they want to lock you in before you realize what the hell you got. They sell you a dream and deliver a nightmare. As I said, that's why it's better to wait it out, because believe me, they can't keep up the facade for too long. 6 to 8 weeks, they already start to, you'll start to see some cracks, believe me. The thing is you better pay attention to them shits, because when you ignore them, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Number 10, last one. Just get to know people. Take your time. And watch out for fast movers, because usually something's up. Water elements. Let me weigh the matter carefully and slowly sift results to even out the balance of the sea. When everything's in harmony, in symmetry, in peace, then everyone can finally be free. A group of 3 water nymphs lounge in a pond, deep in contemplation. Joined by their dolphin-fish friend, they rest and ponder under a darkened sky, among the reeds and water lilies. Divination message: all will become balanced. Lately you have had your share of ups and downs. There have been many instances of confusion, and we had the confusion card over here. And times when you have felt pulled in several directions at once. Let me tell you, it's been real. Everything from unpredictable weather to unstable relationships can have a big impact on our emotional outlook. Exactly. Exactly. You just tired of everybody and everything, and you're tired of being used and abused and abandoned and treated like shit and lied to and manipulated. And you get over that shit. Trust. The last experience for me completely destroyed me. And I lost parts of myself I'll probably never get back. At least that's how I feel now. But who knows, there might be some Moses parting the seas kind of miracle that comes in and shows me that, it ain't over till it's over. Or whatever. But again, take that shit slow. Whatever rolls in. Because we don't want to end up. Because like I said, sometimes old turds come back up too. You got a turd on the plate over here. Just watch out. You don't know what you're dealing with. Yeah. But it might be even just the fear of it being an old turd. And it turns out to be, somebody who's okay. External stresses have been wreaking havoc. Everything from unpredictable weather to unsettled. I already read that. Fear not, my friend, for it won't be long before your life and body regain a natural sense of harmony and balance. That's why I get that wand there. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That's why I said, if you ain't been busy or getting busy in quite some time, you might wanna start considering that, since there might be something coming around that's looking to get busy. And you know what I'm saying? And you're like, what? What? I said, especially if you're feeling like you've lost your feminine. A lot of feminines have been beaten down so much that they feel like they don't even know what it feels like to be a woman anymore. They feel like they've lost all their feminine because it was just shredded. So again, this is about finding yourself. That's why I said if something showed up tomorrow, are you ready? Are you healed? Or are you still, bag lady and bag man, hobo over here? Um, but sometimes, again, maybe you can leave the bags that no longer serve you, and you both carry one little carry-on, and you start a new path. Leave all the other shit, right? Um, where am I? You may need to reevaluate the aspects of your life that are giving you the most trouble and try setting some appropriate boundaries. If someone is taking too much of your time and energy, it's all right to limit their presence and influence. Again, watch out for those energy vampires because, especially water signs. I'm a water sign, so, you know, we become everybody's priest, everybody's psychologist, and sometimes we can only deal with so much. Um, it's all right to limit their presence and influence. Look to the near future and breathe a deep sigh of relief. Once again, you will feel calm, clear-headed, and motivated to live life to the fullest. Antithesis. So of course we got to throw the negative shit in there, right? The scales will soon tip. Life can be quite the juggling act, and until quite recently, you have kept it in equilibrium. This is about people that are about to lose their shite. Now things are coming at you at a frantic pace, and soon you'll feel overwhelmed. You may need to put some activities on the back burner while you concentrate on pressing demands, even if doing so leaves you feeling imbalanced. This is about, again, chilling out, not being stressed. Try not to worry. Within the next few months, hopefully, whatever this is that's been dragging out forever, we'll find some kind of resolution in forward movement, in healing, in happiness. Whether that's, again, these two people with each other or whatever it is, you know. Let's see what we got over here. We'll grab a few of these since we're already so long. What the hell? Spontaneity. Somebody might be doing something quick, being spontaneous. Power. Stepping into one's power. Taking control, or even though we have here let go of control issues. This let go of control issues in regards to trying to have everything perfect or trying to overanalyze shit or control out of fear. This is about overcoming those fears, having courage, stepping out of one's comfort zones, stepping into one's power, and taking charge of one's life. Release. Again, let go of whatever's holding you back. And enthusiasm. See? What about here? Might as well. What other advice do you have? Willis, that is too many. Oh, well, I'm going to take it anyway because it all fits. It's a time to take action. A time for healing. The end of a the end of a tough cycle approaches. That's why we had that world card. Step out of your comfort zone. Again, getting out of the fear, the regrets of the past, the shoulda, woulda, couldas, the maybes, the doomsday scenarios of the future that haven't even happened, that you don't even know what's going to happen, but you're already planting them seeds. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Some once in a blue moon shit. Like I said, maybe there might be some Moses parting the seas kind of miracles. You never know. What advice do you have for the masculine? What advice do you have for the masculine? What chakras the masculine needs to work on? Shine. You are made of stardust, so keep sparkling. That's from the masculine. Shine. My name is Shine. This card came out in the last reading, too. Abundance. The world is abundant when you choose to see it that way. And this is, again, solar plexus. This is dealing with our thoughts. As we thinketh, so we createth, or we beeth. So if you're in some kind of negative, that's what you're going to get. We got to be positive. We got to think good things. Right? What other advice do you have for the masculine? This is, again, all about his thoughts. That's what he's in over here with this thing in reverse. And over here, it's all, I'm just saying, get out of your worst case scenarios. Both need to do that. Oh, what was this? Oh, there was one flipped here. Expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. Or maybe somebody else would like to have you around. It just depends. You got to speak up. That also came here, King of Swords, in the last one. So again, there is some kind of truth or something that needs to come out here. One more for the masculine. Well, they gave you two. Vulnerability. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. That's where you had the accountability there. People are afraid to own up to their shit, or people are afraid to make moves because, again, of fear of, letting someone in, fear of trusting. This is, again, when you've been dogged out, that is like the hardest thing to do, is to open up to somebody again. It's the hardest thing to do. Trust me, I know. Vulnerability. Oh, we already said that. But again, it's throat chakra. It's about talking. Here's another throat one. Intuition. Intuition is the little tug that pulls you towards your light. And then you had shine here. Here's your light. This is the lighthouse. This is your sign, masculine. Right? This is your sign. And you had here instinct, too. Something's telling you, maybe something's been telling you for a long ass time, but you ignored that shit and you missed out on some shit, and this person went through a bunch of fucking shit, and everybody's all, like I said, like some old shoes right now, or some old violins. Everybody's worn out, everybody's tired, the soul's weary. And maybe now people are realizing what's important, right? What really matters. And for some, it's connection. It's a home life. It's someone to come home to. It's a Luther Vandross, right? Aside from the cat or the dog or the hamster or whatever you got, or nothing, I don't know what you got. But there's obviously a desire for something more. So there's your hint to get yourself, you even got signs. Look at that. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. Third eye. So again, I get signs all the time too, but I ignore them things because they seem crazy. But I digress. Okay, for the feminine, what do you got advice for the feminine? Self-love. Self-love, heart chakra. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. And again, for the feminine, the self-esteem was low due to childhood wounding. So again, you ended up in situations with narcissists or people that used you or took advantage of you, again, because you lacked boundaries. You lacked that. You loved that person more than you loved yourself. They weren't loving you. They weren't treating you right, and yet you were giving them the world and didn't have a place in it in the end. Let me tell you. Okay. On that note, but now it's again getting over the fear of that shit repeating. Learning from your experiences, knowing what to look for so we can avoid traps that we don't want to be in. And it always stems first from self-love. As soon as you start to notice some shit, you better nip it in the bud, or else you're going to get another lesson. What else do you have for the feminine? Root chakra, grounding. You have that over here too, right? Perfection. Not being so hard on yourself, right? And having some kind of sink your roots deep, connect them to the heart of the earth. This is again about getting out of too any kind of anxieties or worries or fears, and because things aren't, and you don't know what's coming, and you don't know who's coming or when it's coming, and you're just like, all over the place. Again, they're telling you to relax. Something's coming, and in the next few months, you'll know. You'll have resolutions. So just get ready, ground yourself, because again, it might be some Moses part in the seas kind of shit. You never know, and you're gonna have to prepare. I've seen a lot of videos of doing readings where they're talking about people, just leveling up in life, doing better in their careers, doing better than what they've been in, because it's been a long time coming. Anything else with the feminine? Calmness. Again, the feminine must be all over the place. To calm your monkey mind, don't feed the animal. Again, same thing with this. It's overthinking, putting out worst case scenarios before anything even happens. Just everybody gotta just chill out. One more for the feminine. Passion. Turn your fear of change into excitement for change. What do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more for the feminine. I gotta have it balanced. One more. Strength. Strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. Strength speaks about overcoming one's fears. Having courage. What's one? Give me an old maid for the masculine. Give me an old maid for the masculine. Hippie. Peace. Finding peace. Same kind of message, baby. And what do hippies do? They're all, peace, man, and just free spirits. That they're like adventure and all of that. Or maybe they're telling you to make a peace offering. Maybe that's what it is. Because again, there needs to be a truth spoken, as was shown in the other thing. So maybe it's about the masculine making that peace offering if he wants abundance, right? What other advice do you have for the masculine? Hitchhiker. Travel. There might be travel. That's again, we have the Two of Wands, right? Delays in travel, or unsure if you want to travel. So again, maybe they're telling you to make a move, get on the road. Again, because we have the world here, there might be distance. They're telling you to make your offering. The universe is cheering you on. It's saying you can do it. And for the feminine, what do we got for the feminine? What message we got for the feminine? It's good. Couch potato. They said, where's the cats? They need some cats over there. Maybe they're telling the feminine, maybe we need to, get some activity. Go out for a walk, getting out in nature. This also helps to lighten our mood, helps to help the physical body, helps to get you in shape for, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there might be, for some people, it's been a minute So it's going to be quite the adjustment to all of a sudden have, the woo-woo coming into the picture. So maybe they're saying you better start throwing on some exercise videos over there. What other message you got for the feminine? Something's cooking. Did I use that analogy in this reading or the one before? I can't remember what I said about there's a cake. You don't want to take the cake out before it's ready. That's kind of what this is. Something's cooking. Can you smell it? Can you smell it in the air? Something's blowing in. Right? Or maybe you'll be, making a meal for yourself, or you'll be having a dinner date. Who knows? But something's cooking. Something's coming. Something's cooking. And perhaps it starts with friendship, right? Or you have someone who's going to show some loyalty, or, being your own best friend. Number one, being your own best friend, getting out of your own way, getting out of your own stinking thinking, getting out of your own self-sabotatory behaviors. Be your own best friend, first and foremost. Because again, be what you want to attract. You know, be ready for what you want to attract, um, because something's coming. Is that all? Do I have three? What about for both? Let's have one message for both. What message you have for both of them? You're a champ. You're a fighter. You've been through the battles, and you're still standing, right? And it's now, or maybe now it's time to fight the good fight in regards to this union. If we're talking about something that's been dragging out a long time, it's time to fight for this union, right? And then we have mother. So, uh, some people can have, like I said, we got father issues, we got mother issues, or we got the Four of Wands here, happy home, family. Maybe you were talking marriage in a family, fight for this family if you want to make a family together or whatever, which I don't know. I mean, in this day and age, bringing any children into this world is kind of, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, you know, there needs to be some nurturing, because the mother here is nurturing the baby, and the baby could be this new beginning, and it needs to be nurtured. It needs to be fought for. It needs to be invested in. Efforts need to be made. And regardless of whatever happened in the past, speak from the heart, speak the truth, overcome one's fear, and seeing what is possible, what the universe is trying to bring together for whatever purpose here. Whatever it is, it's worth fighting for. It's worth nurturing, because there could be something here. Anything else? Don't be a hobo. Don't be all, you know what I'm saying? Don't be time to, perhaps, like I said, invest in oneself, Or again, a hobo. What do you think of a hobo? I think of hobosexuals. That's what I got a card in there talking about real homosexuals. They ain't looking for love. They're looking for help. Like I said, know what you're dealing with. Because like I says, sometimes things return you don't want returning. Weed it out. But, maybe for some, this could be a fear. Maybe for some, people are wondering, are they looking for love or are they looking for help? You don't know what people's situations are, but like I said, you don't have to be rich to be used for money. You may have a lot more to lose, so you feel, so you think, but trust me, I've been used for finances and I'm not rich. And I did that shit for 4 years. Like I said, if ever was a fool, 'twas I. So again, for some people, they might be wondering what people's motives might be, or some shit. But again, people will show you who they are with time, patterns of behavior, consistently. If people are consistently showing you that they're shady and that they are not meeting you at the level that you're on or investing in, get rid of that shit. But if people are showing you consistently that they've always been real from day one, they've always been loyal, they've always been there, but you fucked it up. This is again where maybe the realization has come in. Maybe they thought somebody was only after them for whatever. Like I said, but you don't got to be rich to be used. So take that hobo card however you may feel. Whether that's make sure that you don't look like a hobo when somebody shows up, or again, perhaps this was a fear, or still is to some degree. I guess I don't know what people's situations are, but the universe is saying, it's not the case. But again, give people time. Don't rush it. People will show you if they're homosexual, or if they're looking for love, or if they're looking for help, or if they're a waste of your time, or if they're worth investing in. Again, people will show you through patterns of behavior. What are they consistently showing up as? And thus act accordingly. One more. Don't be a grouch. Don't be a hobo and don't be a grouch. Or an old maid. You're never too old. And as I said, many a fine tune has been played on an old violin. And on that note, hopefully people made it through the whole thing. Hopefully you got something out of it. Now, whatever your situation is, I wish you the best. Because in life, we expectations often get rude awakenings, and things don't work out the way that we hoped. Again, everything went left when we thought it was going to go right. But sometimes, after going through our own lessons and whatever, sometimes the universe, with divine timing, brings either someone new in, something better in, or gives an opportunity for something that didn't work out in the past to work out this time. If again, people can get over their shit and make some kind of efforts. But again, action, nurturing, fighting, And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.